People across the country taking the time this Memorial Day weekend to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, residents from across the Panhandle and eastern Wyoming Monday gathered at area cemeteries to pay respects to those who have served and have passed. At East Lawn Cemetery north of Minutair, veterans and Scottsville County Commissioner Michael Blue delivered the keynote address. Blue told those in attendance he knew quite a number of these veterans buried there, and like others who serve, they were some very special people.
Only 1% of our population has served in the U.S. military. 1%. It's the job of the other 99% to not forget them, to lift them up in prayer, to support them, to encourage them, and make sure that they're not treated like the veterans of my generation.
He continued that it is all of our responsibilities to honor those who have served and have passed in the defense of our nation, and called on all of us to live a life worthy of their sacrifice. Well, the Goshen County community is mourning the loss of a young man following a drowning over Memorial Day weekend. On Sunday, the Torrington Volunteer Fire Department dispatched its dive rescue team for a call out at Packer Lake, located southeast of Huntley. The body of the lone victim, identified as Joey Eaton, was recovered. A GoFundMe has been created to help cover funeral expenses for Eaton, and a link can be found on our website at kneb.com. We'll have more news right after this.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Welcome back. A July sentencing date has been set for a Mitchell woman who was the target of a Wing Drug Task Force investigation in early 2023. 42-year-old Miranda Chalupa was arrested earlier this year following a controlled buy where she sold methamphetamine to a CI working for the task force. She ended up pleading no contest to the Class 2 felony, and she faces a jail sentence that could range from 1 to 50 years when she's back in court on July 9th. Well, Nebraska State Treasurer Tom Breese is in support of efforts to call the legislature into a special session to address property tax relief. Breese, who spent 7 years in the legislature, agrees with many of the governor's tax relief goals. He says a vehicle similar to the governor's plan, introduced as LB 388, with some changes, might be a starting point. He's also okay with adding back into the measure a 1% increase in sales tax, noting the amount of property tax collected is twice as high as sales tax revenue. And the Nebraska Broadband Office marked its official anniversary this past Sunday, with Nebraska receiving $405 million in federal BEAD funding. The primary mission is to ensure all Nebraskans have access to high-speed internet by 2029. That investment will transform lives across the state through access to public safety, telehealth, education, precision agriculture, and the global economy. Director Patrick Haggerty says their first year has been primarily dedicated to preparation and planning, establishing a robust foundation for their initiatives.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
Why love a rain garden? Let me count the ways. Rain gardens contain and filter water runoff while recharging our underground water supply. They provide habitat for birds, bees, and beneficial insects. Native perennials give 4 seasons of color and texture, beautifying a home while increasing its value. Established gardens are low-maintenance, low-water landscape features, colorful, functional, and sustainable. Rain gardens. Brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater. Our water, our responsibility.
The wait is over. Ensemble entry doors exclusively from Renewal by Andersen have arrived with an incredible offer. Secure, timeless style, elegant features, customized countless ways with the legendary quality of Renewal by Andersen. Right now, you get 20% off every Ensemble entry door, no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months, no payments for a year. Please scan the QR code on your screen or visit rbawyoming.com now to book your free estimate. Ensemble entry doors, the wait is over.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the Scottsbluff Body and Paint Ag Desk. Scottsbluff Body and Paint, you're driving home our reputation.
The first ever team rodeo took place at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas last week. Kid Rock and the PBR teamed up to produce Kid Rock's Rock and Roll Rodeo at AT&T Stadium on March 17th. Nebraska High School rodeo athlete Kylie Walls of Ainsworth was in the arena dirt competing for the winning team, the Free Riders, and she's joining us today. Thanks for being here, Kylie.
Yes, of course.
So give us a high-level recap of this event. It was a pretty transformative event for the sport of rodeo, and we really haven't seen anything like it.
I definitely think there's going to be more rodeos set up like this eventually on. I don't think it's going to be anytime super soon, but I think it will be because how great the setup was. I loved the drag race start is what they were calling it, the red light, orange light, green light. That was a lot of fun, and I think it kept the rodeo rolling faster too. And it's a lot more enjoyable for the people watching because they understood it better.
Absolutely. So each team was led by a coach of sorts or someone to kind of lead your team through the competition process. You had Bobby Moat, a 4-time world champion. What was it like to compete alongside such high caliber athletes and have one guiding you through the process?
It was kind of nerve-wracking, like the team setup at first, I was really like, okay, I really have to do good. Like I am a part of a team now. It's not just about me because usually that's how sport rodeo is. It's usually if you do bad, you only let yourself down. But if I did bad, it would let the whole team down. So that was kind of nerve-wracking. And then having Bobby as a coach is also nerve-wracking because, you always want to impress the great people. But all in all, it was good because after a while, everybody on the team started supporting each other and saying, hey, we're just here to have fun. Go do your job, go have fun. And that's exactly what Bobby was telling me too. He's just like, go out, do your best, do what you can do.
Absolutely. Well, there were a lot of moving parts at the rodeo. Give us a glimpse into what the qualification process was like.
So all the other teams, except for the Team Free Riders, was drafted, and they were all NFR people. So my team was the only team that was not drafted. And in order to get on the Team Free Riders, you had to qualify through the rodeo Corpus Christi. And that was kind of stressful. Again, there was a lot of people there. A lot of people wanted to be on the Kid Rock team because, who doesn't? It was so much fun. But they only took 2 from each. They only took 2 from each event to each team.
Awesome. Well, I saw a clip on social media of you going head to head with Danielle Lohman, which I'm sure was intimidating in the moment. At least it would be for me. How did you mentally prepare to be in such a big environment competing against some of the biggest names in rodeo?
So Danielle did scare me a little bit because everybody knows she's fast. Like, there's never been a time I haven't seen Danielle Lohman be fast. So I knew I had to be fast as well because it was just the head-to-head competition. All I was beating was just had to beat her. And it was very nerve-wracking because even talking back there, talking with Mackenzie Mays, which was the barrel racer, I was like, man, Danielle Lohman, I got to be really fast for this one, you know?
Absolutely. What kind of opportunities do you think have been opened up because of your participation in last week's rodeo?
I don't think we could point out one single opportunity that's opened. You know, a lot of opportunities are arising because you can't really pick out one. There's so many more big events that are happening, and I think because of the Kid Rock and Roll Rodeo that there's going to be more opportunities such as a different Kid Rock and Roll Rodeo going to take place.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'd like you to shed a little bit of light too on your experience at the Women's Rodeo World Championship. What was that like and what was the outcome?
It was so much fun. I met a lot of good people there, and I was able to compete against a bunch of like NFR ropers, and that was so much fun. The setup was really smart, you know, and the women's rodeo set up each round very well to like point out all the good ropers that they had there.
Most definitely. Well, you're really no stranger to competing on big stages, from the Women's Rodeo World Championship to the Kid Rock Rodeo and being the National High School Finals Rodeo Breakaway World Champion last year. With all of these experiences in place, what are some of your goals as you look forward to the next year and maybe even further down the road?
So next year I'm going to be in college. So I'll be college rodeoing, maybe going to a couple pro rodeos, but I don't think I'm going to go big until I'm out of college. You know, I want to go to college. Education is going to be my first big priority. Then rodeo is going to be next. But yeah, that's about it. Just college rodeos next. I'll go to a couple rodeos this summer. Not quite sure where, but nothing huge yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, breakaway roping is a sport that is definitely on the rise. What excites you the most about being a part of the sport? You know, and really just entering that professional scene as the sport's taking off?
Definitely. I love it most because it's me being in it, at least, is helping support, get more kids my age into it. Like, I'm in Nebraska and there's already 60 breakaway ropers, if not more. And I think having someone my age being able to go and do all these things is allowing other kids my age be like, well, she can do it. I can do it too. Like, and then have more kids per se start working at it to get them more involved.
Most definitely. Who have been some of your greatest mentors or inspirations in rodeo or otherwise?
So definitely my parents are my biggest pushers to do good, obviously. I think like everybody's parents are. And my idol is Shelby Bosley. I love her so much. Just because she's such a consistent roper. Like, she ropes nearly perfect every single time. And she's just fun to watch because she's so humble and she's so kind and just everything an idol should be, she is.
Absolutely. Well, Kylie, is there anything you'd like people to know about you or anything you'd like to talk about before we close our interview?
Thank my sponsors. Gotta thank my sponsors. Shout out to MVP for keeping Bella good with all their products, and Apex Tack for my pink sport boots. Everything pink that I have. And Purina and Equiloom. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, once again, that's Kylie Walls of Ainsworth, Nebraska. We're excited to follow your success in the years to come.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
What does it take to get beef from our Nebraska ranches to your table? It takes grit, compassion, and constant care that doesn't stop for weekends or holidays. No matter what it takes, we're proud to raise beef that brings more nutrition to every plate and more enjoyment with every bite. From our families to yours. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Brought to you by Nebraska's beef farmers and ranchers.
Tired of feeling stuck? Not sure if you are on the right track? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
And finally tonight, May is Beef Month, and on Friday, KNB hosted its annual Beef Month barbecue at our stations on Portal Place here in Scottsbluff. Crews were grilling up tasty hamburgers and plump hot dogs for part of a drive-through sack lunch. For a minimum $5 donation, supporters got a grilled item, bag of chips, drink, and a cookie, with all proceeds going to Camp Scott. For just under 2 hours, plenty of patrons drove on up to support the cause, and when all was said and done, more than an estimated $1,000 was raised. A final total will be announced in the near future, and a formal check presentation to Camp Scott leadership will also be held. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.